Hey guys, welcome to my Chemo Favourites video. I've been saying that I would do this for a couple of weeks now, so I'm finally here doing it. First thing though, before we get started is I had an idea and I wanted your guys' feedback, so put it in the comments below what you think. I was thinking about doing a podcast series every few weeks on my Twitch channel. Just discussing our different experiences through cancer, and we can all chat live and everything like that there. I was also thinking about having a guest for each podcast who had been affected by cancer, whether it be themselves or a family member or a friend. I thought it would be quite interesting to have them come on and tell their story and how they made their way through. So let me know what you think of that idea, because obviously if you're not interested in watching it, then there's no point in me doing it. But I thought it would be a way that we could all like sit and chat live, get to know each other a wee bit better and whatnot. But anyway, on to today's favourites video. I'm going to divide this up into sections, all in the one video, going through sort of skincare, body care, and then just random favourites I have. All of these things I have found really handy while undergoing chemotherapy. So without further ado, let's get started. So we'll start off with skincare. I forgot to say that I will list all of the products down below. Start off with skincare, because whenever you're going through chemotherapy, your skin gets extremely dry and can be very temperamental. So I've got like a wee collection of products here that I've been using, and I'll just start. So I have this Garnier sunscreen. It's factor 50 and above. It is so important to use sunscreen every single day, regardless of whether you're having chemotherapy or not, but especially whenever you're having chemotherapy, because your skin can become very sensitized to the sunlight and can take a lot of damage. So you obviously want to protect from that. I have tried loads of different sunscreens, like very high end, medium end, and then this is just like a wee drugstore cheapie. I think it's only maybe about sort of £8. And I find it works the best for me because I can wear it under makeup. I haven't really been wearing very much makeup lately, but it works under makeup as well as just on its own. So I would prefer to buy, I prefer to buy something that I can wear under makeup as well as just by itself, because a lot of them you can't really, they're too greasy. This stuff, awesome. So we've got that. What I've been doing sort of nightly, and daily I suppose as well, I've been really stuck on, like, I used to have like a 79 million step skincare routine, and whenever you're going through chemo you're just too tired for that. So the 3 products I've been using whenever I can be bothered to do a whole skincare routine would be the Kiehls creamy eye treatment. It's an avocado based. I don't know whether I can even see this because of the lights. No. Well, you're just going to have to trust me. That's what it is. I really like this. It's quite thick and emollient. You only need a wee tiny bit, but it really does. I love it. It doesn't give you the wee tiny bumps and stuff that you can get under your eyes if you're using something too rich. I find that I've been using this from before I had chemo, and I'm using it now, and it's keeping my eyes from getting dry. So that's great. And then during the day and at night as well, I have been using the Elemis. Oh God, I'm just not used to this. You're gonna have to bear with me. I'm just used to sitting talking to you guys rather than working around a mic and stuff. But the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine cream, I use this, and then I mix in 4 drops of the Elemis Superfood facial oil. Just put a wee bit in my hand, mix 4 drops, give it one of these wee numbers, and then just slap it all over my face and down my neck. And I find that it really does help to stop your skin like getting really dry. So those are like definitely some favorites. I always use a toner, and I've been using the Elemis Hydrating Ginseng toner. I really like this because it's hydrating and it's good on sensitized skin. My skin can be quite sensitive, so any of these products, I'm telling you, I get no reaction, nothing like that. They don't break me out, anything, and I have quite sensitive skin. So I'm sure everyone's skin is different, but if I'm okay, you probably would be as well. really, really like this stuff. So there's that. One thing I will say, the week post chemo, whenever like the last thing you want to be getting up to do is like deal with, you know, your face and whatnot, because you're, I don't know, half dead. I have one hero product here because it's as simple as just spraying it on, and it's the Dr. Jart Ceramidin spray. You give it a good shake and you just spray it all over. Obviously, it's never going to be as good as doing, you know, like moisturizer and oil and serum and stuff like that. But if you are really too ill and not feeling great, this is packed with ceramides, which will help to restore your barrier function, and especially on a bald head too. I've been like spraying it over my scalp and everything. But if I'm too ill, I've just been doing this by itself, and I really, really like it. It has like a bit of an oily slip, but it doesn't last long on your skin because your skin will be dry and it just sucks it in. So I really, really like that stuff. And I've actually gone through quite a bit, you probably can't see that on camera, but I've went through quite a bit of it. Just from starting chemo. I love Lanolips Coconutter 101 ointment. I have 3 backups of this in my drawer. I put it on every single night. It is really, really thick, but it's the kind of texture that I like. I use it every night. It stops my lips from drying out. My lips are never really dry, and it's usually one of the first places to go if you are dehydrated or your skin is, you know, getting hit hard. But this stuff, I swear by it. The only other lip balm I think I own is the Sol de Janeiro one, and I keep that in my bag just whenever I'm out and about to put on. But this is the one I absolutely rate. It is so good. It comes in a load of different, not so much, well, I suppose it is flavours, but they're like, I don't lick my lips whenever this is on, so I don't know if it tastes like coconut, but it smells like coconut. But again, if you don't like coconut, there are lots of different sort of fragrances in this, so I really, really do rate this stuff. I'll never be without it. If you're having extremely dry skin on your face, now I find that my face will feel drier sort of that week after chemo, even using my Ceramidin spray, because I'm only using it. But I think like what I've done is for a couple of nights whenever I'm starting to feel a wee bit more up to it before I get back into my normal skincare routine, I've been using the Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5. This is so moisturizing. It is unbelievable. You only need a wee tiny bit. Put that all over your face or anywhere on your body. I have other products here coming up that I'm using on my body, but you could put this anywhere, and within like a day or two, it really does help knock the dryness out of your skin completely. And then I find that whenever I go back in with my Elemis stuff, then my skin just feels normal. So it is really, really good for if you have got to the point where your skin is just feeling like the life is sucked out of it. Give it like 2 nights of this stuff and you are good. I would recommend using it at night and not during the day, because it is heavy and it can leave a bit of a white cast. You really have to work it into your skin, but awesome. I have 2 sort of treatmenty products here for your skin. One's a mask and one is like an actual treatment. The more treatmenty one is Farmacy Honeymoon Glow. Again, you can't even really see this. Come on. You're just gonna have to believe me. It looks like this. This is an AHA resurfacing treatment. Now, if you have extremely sensitive skin, I would maybe avoid this, but basically it's a serum that you put on. You leave it on overnight and it's a chemical exfoliant. Now, whenever I use it, I can definitely feel it tingling on my skin, but the following day, whenever I wash my face, it has lifted all of the dry, dead skin. So I really do rate this stuff. I think it's great. But if you can get like a sample or a tester, I would try it first, just because your skin can be so sensitized with chemotherapy that it might aggravate you a bit, but it hasn't with me so far. I don't use it all the time, maybe twice a week. I wouldn't recommend that anyone use this every night. It would be too much. You're just going to end up stripping your skin. But twice a week seems to do the trick for me anyway. And I love it. And then the last one that I have, which if the Honeymoon Glow sounds like it's going to be a wee bit too strong or abrasive for you, is the Elemis Papaya Enzyme Peel. It's a face mask, but it's a very gentle face mask. And again, it's not so much a chemical exfoliant, although it does work in the same way. It uses fruit extracts instead of chemicals to, what's the word? Exfoliate your skin. That's it. So you just slap this on, leave it sort of 10-15 minutes. This one doesn't tingle. I don't find this tingles at all, but that doesn't mean that it isn't effective. Sort of leave it on sort of 10-15 minutes. You can leave it on longer if you like, and then whenever you wash your face, it is shiny, like shiny, because it has just removed all the dead skin, but it hasn't dehydrated or stripped your skin in any way. I know I have an awful lot of Elemis products here, but I really do like that brand. I like all of their textures and stuff, and I've no affiliation or anything to do with Elemis. It's just that's what I use, so that's what I'm sharing with you. So we're gonna skip on into the next part. So this is all the kind of stuff that I use whenever I'm in the bathroom. So there is a wee titchy tiny bit of skincare, but most of it's sort of body care and things that I use whenever I'm in my bathroom. I have two cleansers here, and I will explain why. And they're both Elemis, sorry. So the first cleanser that I have is the Pro Collagen Energizing Marine Cleanser. This is a really light gel cleanser. I use this every single morning, and then if I'm wearing makeup, I'll use the next cleanser, and then I'll use this afterwards, just to make sure that it gets all residue and stuff from my face. I really, really like this. Very, very light. It lightly foams. There isn't any like real harsh scent of it. I think it's slightly, ever so slightly fragrance. Let me have a wee sniffer in here. Very, very, very light fragrance, so it's not going to aggravate anyone's skin that is sensitive to fragrance. And as well as that, whenever you're having chemotherapy, you can be quite sensitized to scents, so it's not going to give you a headache or anything like that. I really like that. And then the second cleanser that I have is the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I swear by this stuff. It's awesome. It's not like a hard, I find a lot of cleansing balms are like solid coconut oil. They're very, it is just like solid coconut oil, whereas this is very like creamy, almost like butter. That's why I love it so much, but nothing takes makeup off better than this stuff. They all do have, there's different versions, different limited edition scents and stuff. It's just it doesn't smell fake. It doesn't smell like artificial scent or anything like that. It does have a bit of a scent to it, but it's nothing that has annoyed me like at all, like through chemo or anything like that. So I'll usually, if I'm wearing makeup, go in, take my makeup off with this, then go in with this afterwards, which brings me on to my next thing, which is a bit expensive, but I enjoy it a lot. I will use my Foreo along with this when I'm taking off makeup. So the second step of a double cleanse, I'll use my Foreo as well. I really like this, and the good thing about it is it's antibacterial. So no bacteria will grow on it because it's silicone. So if you're wearing things, it doesn't matter even if you're not wearing any makeup, if you are wearing sunscreen on the daily, which you should be if you're going through chemo. Obviously if you're in the UK and stuff, you think you look outside, oh, it's really miserable, it's grey because of the time of year. It doesn't matter, those harmful rays are still coming through the clouds. So if you're wearing sunscreen even on the daily, this gets really deep down into your skin. It uses like, I think it's ultrasonic technology. I'll turn it on so you can hear it. Oh no, turn off. Well, anyway, you can go and vibrate over there by yourself on the bed. Anyhow, it uses like ultrasonic technology. You can get an app on your phone as well to completely customize it, like sort of the strength of the vibration, how long it goes for, blah blah blah. It is expensive, but I've had mine for a couple of years now, and I haven't even charged it yet, and that is using it all of the time. I also highly recommend microfiber cloths. I buy mine from Amazon. I think they come in like a pack of, I think it's 14 or 15 you get. But I use these to remove the cleansing balm with. I also use them just whenever I get up in the morning and I'm just using this by itself. Obviously, if you're going through chemotherapy, you can't, you know, like use this face cloth in the morning and then use it again that night, because whenever things are sitting damp, bacteria breeds, and bacteria is your worst enemy whenever you're going through chemo. Just because you can get infections so easy. So I find that whenever I buy the big pack of these, again it comes with 14 or 15, I can't remember, you've plenty to use a fresh one with every single face wash that you're doing. All you have to do, they're reusable as well, so they're good for the environment. Just throw them into your washing machine, but just don't use any softener because it destroys the cloths. If you use softener, just washing powder or washing liquid is great. But I highly rate these. They're awesome. And again, something else that I've used for years at this point. Right, so that's that wee bit. Now, let me see. What else have I got? This wig, man, I'm telling you. So, let me see. If your skin, now your body's skin is dry, we have a couple of budget picks here and they're awesome. I found that like around my ankles and elbows and tops of my arms and stuff are getting like very dry. This stuff, Nivea 48-hour Rich Nourishing Moisturizer, is amazing. It is so good. It knocks out dry skin like nothing else. But at the same time, if you're having real problems with actually getting, if you've really heavily dry patches, there's not a thing. If you've really heavy dry patches, what I would suggest is the CeraVe SA Smoothing Cream. Now, if you're allergic to salicylic acid or sensitive to it, I wouldn't recommend this because there is salicylic acid in it. But it is basically, this looks like I haven't used it at all. Well, you can't see anyway because of the lighting. I emptied the end of my last tub into the top of this one. That's why it looks so full. Use that on really dry areas. Again, it is a chemical exfoliant, so it will break down the dead skin and it'll just slough right away. I have been using this from before chemo, and I'll let you in with a secret. See any area on your body that you shave, that you suffer from like ingrown hairs or shaving bumps or anything like that, always put this on a daily basis. You will never get another shaving bump or ingrown hair again in your life, because salicylic acid goes into the pores and dissolves any bacteria and dirt and stuff like that that's in it. So that stops shaving bumps and it stops ingrown hairs. So that is a tip. This gigantic tub, I think it's 340 grams. Does that give me 12 ounce? I think it was £18, and that will last you forever. It takes ages to go through one of these. It's not like a body butter where you just slather yourself. You use it more in targeted areas. It's also very good if you have keratosis pilaris, you know, the wee bumps you get in your arm. Put this on, within a couple of days it'll be gone. So that is a really good product. Let me see. Right, so baldies, all my fellow baldies out there. What I've been using every single night is Dove baby shampoo. It is very gentle, doesn't strip your skin. I would be prone to getting a dry scalp. Like at any time, my scalp can become quite dry. I haven't noticed it at all with this. So I highly recommend that. It's only a couple of quid as well. And I think this entire bottle, which is, how much is in you? 200 ml, will probably last me until my hair grows back again. So I am well chuffed with it. It's gentle enough to use every single day. So, and it hasn't affected my scalp in any way. I also moved on, we'll segue into this, the Pacifica Coconut Cream Clean Deodorant. I have started using from probably before I was diagnosed with cancer, because I was made aware of the fact that in cancer patients your aluminium level is raised. It's weird. There's a lot of like research on the internet about it. And one source of aluminium is deodorants. So I made the change a while ago, but it's helping now as well, obviously. Whenever you start using clean deodorants with no aluminium or anything that are completely natural, your body will go through a detox phase. So you will be a bit stinky for like a couple of weeks, but your body will adjust. And I really, really like this stuff. It smells softly of coconut, but not, like an artificial sickly scent. And it does the job. I don't like get sweat patches. I do not smell. It works for a good 12 hours, like what you would need in a day. So I really do recommend this. I also bought, but I haven't opened it yet because I've still got quite a bit of this to go through, the Sol de Janeiro new deodorant. It's a clean deodorant, so I'll have that to try next, but I'll fill you in and let you know. Right, and these are the last two products of this section are lifesavers. If you know anybody that's going through chemotherapy and they're suffering with extreme chemotherapy headaches, I got them really, really bad. The first round, they weren't so bad. The second, although they were still there, and who knows what's coming the next round next week. These two products just helped so incredibly much, and they are both extremely affordable. First, and it has to be in this scent, is the Redox Feel Relaxed Bubble Bath, and then the Sleep Aromatherapy Bath Salts. These are quite heavily fragranced, but in the best way. It was by complete accident that I found this out, but it was the first round of chemo. My head, I couldn't get any relief. I'd taken painkillers for it. I was drinking loads. I'd done everything that I possibly could. And I'd tried everything, basically. And I'd just given up hope that I was just going to have to deal with these horrendous headaches. Then I went and had a bath, and Chris had actually bought this on a different Redox, and I threw some of it in. I was like, lavender, that might help chill me out a bit. I am not lying whenever I say the entire time I was in that bathroom I didn't have a headache because of the scent of those two products that were in the bath water. No headache at all. I got dried, got my clothes on, come back into the bedroom to lie down, and the headache started up. So I know for a fact it was those two products, and they are not expensive at all. If you know anybody going through chemo and they have a bath, buy them these. If these cost like 50 quid, they would be worth it, but they're not. You can buy them both for a few pounds. They are lifesavers, like lifesavers, so much so that I think now I stocked up. I have like 6 bags of the salt and I think 5 bottles of the bubble bath because it just works so well. So that's that for this section, and on to the next. Now we'll move on to some of the more random bits that I find very like essential for chemo, and the first one being this Ren pillow spray. I find at night, like, getting to sleep can be quite hard, and I don't want to rely on that was definitely a burp. I don't want to have to rely on like sleeping tablets and things like that to be able to get to sleep. So I find that a pillow spray, again, it doesn't annoy your senses or headache or anything that you may be having, but it really does help to like just lull you over to sleep, and I swear by them. There is another one that I really like as well, but I ran out of it, but this is my replacement and I like this just as equally, is the Cowshed sleep spray, the pillow spray. That it's really good as well. That would be a great wee gift for anyone that you know that is currently going through chemo or cancer in general, or any of the treatments that you have to go through. It's a stressful time. There's not a lot of sleeping involved in it because you're too busy, like keeping yourself up, worrying about dying continually. So it's nice if you can find something that helps. The second thing that I found really, really useful is Nail Zinc Nail Kale. It's like a nail strengthener. I have been using this I do my nails once a week. I've been putting 2 coats of this on and then just whatever sort of colour polish on top of it. And I found that I haven't had any breakage or anything like that in my nails. Your nails can become very damaged through chemotherapy, and even your doctors and stuff like that will recommend using nail polish. You can't have sort of gel polish or anything like that, or acrylic nails or anything, but they do suggest that you use nail varnish to help strengthen your nails, and I have found that this is awesome. My nails would usually like break. I have very sort of hard nails that break easily. They're brittle, and they've actually been in better condition now from using this than I would be whenever I was well and not undergoing treatment, so that I think is testament to this wee product here. OPI also do Nail Envy, which is a similar kind of product. I use both. They're both incredible. So, but at the moment I have a bottle of this open and I'm really, really enjoying this so far. So I would recommend that. That would also be another nice wee gift to give to someone. The next one, I'm going to let you in on a secret, and it is a big secret, because I never wanted to tell anybody about this because I never want them to go out of stock, but I'm not going to share it with you guys. As you know, your eyelashes fall out. Even if they don't go completely, they thin out. You need some, well, you don't need them, but if you're like me, you like to have them. You need some eyelashes. My favourite ever lashes in the world are Lily Lashes Miami. These are £30 a pair. If you're wearing these all the time, it would cost an absolute fortune. They are reusable like 30 times or something like that, and I'm sure I've got longer. But if I'm wearing something on the daily, it's not going to be £30 lashes. They're for special occasions like going out and things. I have found a dupe on Amazon. They look identical on the eyes. You get 20 pairs and they're £7. They may not look exactly like each other on screen now, but I can tell you on the eyes they are identical. Of course, I'm linking everything below, so I'll link these obviously too. They're unbelievable, the quality of them and everything. They don't look plasticky or anything like that. They don't, because some eyelashes can look like, you know, straight plastic. They're not great. The bands and stuff can be horrible on them. The bands on those, they're quite thick, but very, very flexible, and the actual lashes themselves look amazing on. They don't look plasticky or anything like that. I was shocked whenever I discovered them. Whenever I ordered them, I wasn't thinking too much. I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. They'll do for on camera whenever I'm streaming, you know what I mean? It's not like anyone's going to get an up-close look. I don't think I'm going to ever repurchase Lily Lashes again now, because I found these. But I can guarantee now that the secret's out and I've let you guys in on it, they'll be hard as hell to get in stock. So if you can, snap them up as soon as possible, because they are really, really good. Hats. I've been buying a lot of hats, because if I am not wearing a wig, which I'm not, like 95% of the time, I've only worn a wig twice since I've had like no hair, and this is the second time. But the rest of the time,
detected at the front door.
Punch that thing. It is another favourite, but we'll talk about that later. I have been wearing these hats. They're really, really good quality. They are thin, but on the inside they're like sort of soft cotton, so they're not like scratchy or anything like that against your head. These are just the right amount of insulation without you feeling like you're being smothered. I had bought like thermal hats that are, you know, like really fleecy and stuff on the inside. You cannot wear those inside. You feel like you're boiling to death. And whenever you go outside, they're just slightly better than these. So these you can wear indoors and outdoors, and I do wear hats indoors for no other reason than it gets chilly, you know what I mean? Your wee head gets a wee bit freezing from time to time, so I highly recommend these. They do lots of different colours, lots of different designs. I have tons of them, but this is just one for the purposes of showing you guys. What will we go to next? We'll go to these. I have to show you the back of the packet because the front of the packet has my address on it. This is a 3-pack of high-waisted leggings. I got them from Amazon. I have my favourite leggings that I have are Fabletics ones, but I will not pay that price, and I won't get suckered into the be a VIP and will secretly charge you 50 quid every month. No, 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 no. So I don't buy from them anymore. I've been on the hunt to find good high-waisted black leggings that fit my long legs. I have extremely long legs. I'm 5'8" and my body is like this long. So I am all leg. That don't go see-through and stuff whenever you bend over, and that are just, very comfortable. These leggings, this is a 3-pack. I have one. You can buy them in sets of 3 or singly, and in lots of different colours as well. The chest of drawers there's a pair that are open right there. There's no point in me bringing them out to show you, because it is just a black legging. They are so incredibly soft. They're non-see-through. They're long enough for my legs, and they are high-waisted, and they're very, very comfy. Now, they're not going to... they're not like compressed leggings where they're going to like suck you in and everything like that. But whenever you're going through chemo, I kind of prefer that. If I have to get dressed and go out, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be feeling like, like all... like all sucked in and stuff. I just want to be comfy. I can fire those on, a hoodie and a pair of boots, and I'm out the door, and they are for such good quality. They're very reasonably priced, I think. So I'm glad I got those. And then the last two for this section, not only is it good for chemo, but it's good for anybody at any time. I have 2 containers here. I have my Beast cup. Use this every single night. It is a insulated cup it comes with a couple of straws, one straight, one's bent, and if you fill this up with something cold, it stays cold for hours and hours and hours. If you put something hot in it, it'll stay hot for hours and hours and hours. You can buy the handle. It doesn't come with a handle. You buy those separately. But I use this every single night. I think this one, like in comparison to my head, you can see how big it is. I think it holds about a litre. But I love this cup so much. It's awesome. Really good gift as well. They're quite expensive, but I mean, it's plastic free. It's metal. It's going to last a lifetime. It's not going to break, and it does the job. I really like it. And then the last for this section is this awesome bottle that I got. It has what you should be drinking by the time it's an entire day. That's a word. It's an entire it's an entire day's worth of drinking. So you should have drank to here by 7 a.m, by here by 9, 11, 1 p.m, 3 p.m, 5 p.m, 7 p.m, and 1 or 9 p.m. It is so important whenever you are undergoing any kind of cancer treatment or any kind of treatment for anything that that you're drinking and hydrating yourself well. So if you can drink this in a day, you're going to be completely hydrated as well. The day that you have your chemo, there's no such thing as flushing it out of yourself too fast. So as soon as you can get that flushed out, the better. So if you can drink one of these in a day, that day, it should be out of you by the end of that day, because you will be peeing like a racehorse. Right, now I think we're going to move on to some honourable mentions. So these are my honourable mentions, and I'm working off a list on my phone because a lot of these aren't practical to actually show you on screen. So the first thing that is essential, absolutely essential for chemo, is ice lollies. What would popsicle Americans would call them? They're like frozen sort of ice fruit flavored things that you suck on. I find them to be like essential, and the week after chemo, I go through like multiple of them a day. If you're feeling too hot, if you're feeling really dried up, like your mouth and stuff's feeling dry, if you're feeling like too ill to eat, sitting having an ice lolly is heavenly. Trust me, if you give anybody who's going through chemo one of these, they will thank you. It's an essential. The second thing is fluffy socks. I don't have any to show you right now because mine are down at the wash, but I buy a big multi-pack of them from Amazon. I'll put them again, everything will be listed down below. The ones that I have, they are extremely soft. And the ones that I'll be listing, the ones that I buy, they don't do that thing that a lot of fluffy socks do, where there's not enough elastic around the top of them. If that is the case with a fluffy sock, they just constantly slide down off your feet, and it's the most aggravating thing in the entire world. These don't do that. They stay where you put them. And this is coming from a skinny ankled girl. So if you've anything bigger than a skinny ankle, they're not going anywhere. Next, one thing as well that I've found since my second round of chemo, boiled sweets. So like hard candies that you need to suck. I find, like, especially after that last round of chemo, I can taste chemo and it makes you feel ill. But if you have some of these sweets to suck, it like flavours your mouth and sort of kills that taste down a bit. I'll link some of my favourite ones again down below. Again, give those to anyone with chemo and they will hug you until you die. The other thing was, again, I can't show you it because it's currently in my fridge in case I need it. It goes hand in hand along with the bath salts and the bubble bath, is an ice hat. You put it in your, well, I only use mine in the fridge because it's just a bit too extreme for me if I put it into the freezer, what with having, you know, no hair and whatnot. But it's sort of a hat that you can put on. It's chilled and it just takes the pain out of your head. It would also be good for migraine sufferers. It can be pulled down completely over your eyes. So again, I do suffer from migraines. That's not a chemo headache, by the way. They're two completely separate things, equally as evil as each other. But with migraines and stuff, you can be quite photosensitive. So having the ability to pull something down over your eyes and to cool your eyes is awesome. So I'm glad I have this regardless of chemo. It's something that I will be using probably forever. The next thing that I have written down is sleep tea. Twinings do sleep tea and it has vanilla, apple and some other stuff in it. I have a cup of that every night before I go to bed. Again, it goes hand in hand with the pillow spray. It's like a nighttime routine I have myself in where I have a cup of the tea. It definitely soothes me. It's not an overpowering taste or anything like that. It has a really nice smell, but it's quite subtle in flavour, but it calms me right down. I think there's chamomile in it as well. Then coupled with spraying the sleep spray, it works a treat. The next three things all go hand in hand, and it is an investment, but it's something that I'm extremely grateful that I have, is my Ring doorbell, my Echo Show, and my smart bulbs. So you guys can't see it, but right here, like there, I have an Echo Show. We also got, specifically because I'm not well, was a Ring doorbell. So it means if anybody comes to the door, and if Chris is working and he's on a call and he can't get up, I can then ask the show to show me the front door. And then I can tell whoever's waiting at the front door, I'm not very well at the minute, you're going to have to give me extra time to get to the door. So it means not missing packages, not missing anyone that comes to the door because they're aware. I can talk to them and tell them, look, it'll take me a minute here. The smart bulbs that I have, there's one above me in the ceiling light. There's also another one over here, which is like a bedside light. They're voice controlled, so I can tell them and the TV and everything to turn off or on as I need it. And it's meaning if I'm feeling really, really sick and can't get out of bed, I can just turn the lights off by voice control. Again, I'll link all of these things in the down bar. It is an investment, but if you are going to have to go through a lot of chemo, and if you are on your own in the house, or you don't have someone with you at all times, to be able to answer the door, to be able to, act as a remote control and a light switch turner offer, then I highly recommend them. And again, it's something that you'll continue to use whenever you come out the other side of your cancer journey. It's not just for that, but I have found it particularly helpful to have these things. And as well as that, I mean, the Ring doorbell acts as security. I think it's something like $2.99 a month, and it records all of the motion at your front door and saves it, so that if anyone tries to steal a package from your doorstep or tries to, you know, God forbid, break in, everything is recorded and saved. So it's a security system as well. Then this, I've got it on my knee because I mean to talk about it. One thing you could get for someone that has chemo that I live in is my dressing gown. It's a hooded dressing gown. I don't know why I'm showing you this like this. You're not going to understand. There's a hood there, okay? But yeah, that dressing gown, it was one of the best purchases that I made. It is so soft and fluffy. It is just amazing. It feels amazing. And it also has a hood. So if you are one of the bald-headed bandits like myself, it means you're not having to always wear a hat around the house. If you have your dressing gown on, you can just throw the hood up, and it's such thick material. It just keeps you so cozy. And whenever you're not feeling well, like, comfort levels are a must. So if you can keep yourself as cozy as possible, then it'll just make you feel more comforted. So that is definitely a favourite. My other favourite is my wig. I got this from Amazon as well. Not expensive at all. And you're probably looking at it and going, well, no, what can tell? No, well, it's not expensive at all. I'm not going to buy a human hair wig for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds whenever, hopefully, once I get through chemo and my hair starts growing back, I'll never have to deal with it again, you know? So this will do me. I have a few different ones. This is definitely my favourite out of them all. Again, I'll link that below. So you can get it in lots of different colours and blah, blah, blah. But I find, like, it's comfortable. It's easy to put on. Looks relatively natural. You know, as natural as a non-human hair wig can look. And I know that some of you had been asking about the wig in the last video, so I thought I would just mention it here as a favourite. And then my last favourite are right below me. Are these boots. Hold on, that's the bin. Where's the boot? Give me the boot. I got these Ugg boots. They are leather. They zip up inside. And the reason that I bought these is I am, and I'll just, hold on, let me model. There. I and have been since I was a teenager. I don't wear any other footwear at any time than DM boots. I have a massive collection of them. I even wore them on my wedding day. I wore white DM boots with my wedding gown. But I found, like, I got very self-conscious whenever I lost my hair, that if I went out in DM boots and I didn't wear a wig, then people would think I was a neo-Nazi, and I'm not. Not at all. Couldn't be further from that. So even as well as that, I know that that's a bit of a silly reason and stuff, but I was self-conscious about wearing them, so I thought, until I have hair, I'm going to pack these up. I'll need to get some new boots. I knew then at that point I needed to get boots with a zip on them, because bending over for too long whenever you're going through chemo, you can get like a lot of heartburn and stuff like that, and acid can come up. So bending over for a long time is not a great idea. So I can't bend over to lace my like 14-hole DM boots up anyway. So I knew that they had to have a zip. I have normal like sheepskin Uggs, but I wanted to get something that was a wee bit more sort of durable and you can wear in all weathers and stuff. I seen those boots, they were in the sale at the time, and I bought them, and I am so glad I did. They are the comfiest boots I have ever worn. Let me grab this again. They're not tight on my leg. There's a wee tiny bit of room in them, but depending on your calf size, they're stretchy. Anyway, they have a big elasticated panel down them, so if you have bigger calves, you should be fine with them. But honestly, they have to be the most comfortable boots I have ever worn. There was usually, with that style of boots, there's usually a sort of a period of breaking them in. You might get, like sore heels, you might get some blisters and stuff like that. I didn't get anything. They were perfect from the minute I put them on. It was like they'd always been on my feet. The leather on them isn't thin or anything like that. That's usually, you'll find, boots, the wear the way that they do. It's very thin, soft leather, and it doesn't tend to hold up. That's not the case with these. I don't know how they've made them, but they're perfect. So I think that's it. That's my Chemo Favourites. Obviously, as I get better and things like that, my favourites are going to change, and I'll probably look to do some of these videos. Like, I'll dot them in here and there, as I've got new stuff to talk about. But hopefully, if you've anyone in your life that's going through chemo or any kind of cancer treatment, or even if you just fancy a bit of self-indulgence, that'll maybe give you some ideas on things that you could get. Again, vlog goes ahead on Sunday regardless of this video, but I hope that answered some of your questions, because I know that some people have been asking me in the comments what to get for friends and stuff like that, so hopefully that'll give you some ideas anyway. But anyway, I'm going to shut up because I have been going on for entirely too long at this point, and I shall see you all on Sunday. Take care.